Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. I got 3 picks for you on this Friday, November 28th card. It's a little tricky, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a little tricky. Some of these prices don't make sense. I think this is a perfect day that the books are definitely going to screw a lot of people over, in my opinion. So we're going to try and tread this carefully and see how it goes, because a lot of lines on a lot of games, I found it was a hard time for me to find 3 games, guys, that I like and I can give to you guys somewhat confident. Out of the 3 that I have, this one is the one that I'm least confident in, to be honest. But not confident, but confident at the same time, if that makes sense, because of this price action. So let's take a look at it. We got Pittsburgh on the road, Columbus at home. Last time we took Columbus at home, they ended up losing to the Maple Leafs. That was in overtime, so I'm not too upset about it. But it's still a loss, and obviously nobody likes to lose. And the Penguins, they're coming off of a pretty big homestand, 4 games at home. I think they went 2-2 on being back home, playing those 4 games. I think they went 2-2, if I'm not mistaken. And before that, they were on the road. They weren't doing so great on the road. I would put both of these teams in the same category. You could argue that it's 50-50, but Blue Jackets, being that they have been better at home, and Pittsburgh, I think they've been not terrible, but definitely not good on the road. So that's what makes this game a little bit tough. And this price is a little heavy, but I'm going to roll with the Blue Jackets one more time. I just don't think they're going to continue to lose at home like that. And again, it was an overtime loss, so I just can't be too upset about that. Being that I'm just not upset about it, guys. When it goes to overtime, it is what it is. It's up in the air. When things go into overtime, your puck line is pretty much dead. If you lay to -1.5, your puck line is pretty much dead. I think that's what really makes this hockey. When games are either 2 games or 1-goal games, again, I've said these percentages many times. Most NHL games are 55% chance that it's going to be a two goal game, 45% chance that it's going to be a 1-goal game, and a lot of it has to do with when games go into overtime. If games go into overtime and you have a +1.5, you're almost guaranteed to win, just about. If anything, I think you're 100% guaranteed to win. If your team is tied and you have that +1.5 in your back pocket, you're pretty much winning that. But I am going to take the Blue Jackets. To be honest, I'm even tempted to take a puck line, because this is one of those games where 2 teams that are mid to bottom of the table, and it ends up with some crazy score, with some crazy high scoring score. I've just seen that quite a few times, so I'm even tempted to take up on the puck line. But as far as to give it to you guys, I would say Columbus -138, just because I don't like how Pittsburgh's performance. They haven't been great at home, and before that, they weren't even that good on the road. So I just don't have too much faith in this Pittsburgh team. Columbus, I at least know what they do at home most of the time, and what they've been doing most of the past 2 seasons. So I'll take the Blue Jackets at -138. Again, not my most confident, but enough to play it. This is one of those games where the price action is just a little wacky, guys. We got the Predators, underdogs, against Chicago. Nashville, we know how bad they've been, but I don't think they have that perception yet. Chicago, we're starting to see the value eliminated betting wise from Chicago. I think they're starting to see that they're actually okay. They're not a bad team. They're a team that's been scrappy most of this season. So we're seeing those plus prices with Chicago just go away. I'm a little upset because I was hoping this was one of those where they make the Predators the favorite and then we get a good plus price on Chicago. But I guess that win that Nashville had their last game, it wasn't enough. I faded the Predators, and honestly, I'm gonna do it again. I'm not afraid of it. And getting even money with a Predators team that's still been horrible. They won a game recently. That's not enough to make me jump on the Predators. Sorry, I'm just not gonna do it. So give me the Blackhawks for you guys -120. I would say just play the money line, but I like these puck lines. I like the prices I get sometimes. And I think Chicago has more than enough to cover the puck line against the Predators. But again, I don't want to be here and give it to you guys to go and start laying runs with, or laying goals with a team like Chicago, because yeah, anything can happen. But it's still, the Predators don't score. That's like my main thing. They don't score. I know they scored last game, but that's not enough for me to want to jump on them. And it makes me still want to fade them more, because anybody can have a flash in the pan type of game. And I think that's all it was, me personally. I think that's all it was. If they turn it around, they turn it around, and I'm fine with looking stupid. But they don't score. And just because they scored in one game is not going to convince me that they're going to score in their next game, and then their next game, and their next game. I'm going to fade them this game, and I'm probably going to fade them their next 2 games. So Chicago, give me Chicago. I might put a little sprinkle on that puck line. For my last pick, we got the Utah Mammoth and the Dallas Stars. Stars have been kind of on a roll. I believe they have won either 2 or 3 on the row, something like that. Utah Mammoth has kind of been jumping between winning and losing. They've kind of been alternating lose two, win 2, lose 1, win 1. Utah Mammoth has kind of been all over the place. And Utah has been a pretty solid road team for most of the season. Meanwhile, the Dallas Stars are looking as good as looking like the Dallas Stars team that I pretty much expected, winning games by a good margin. Now, what's going to be our pick, guys? Well, first of all, I think Dallas should be a bigger favorite. I'm just surprised that they're not. They are coming home from a small road trip. It was only a 3-game road trip, and now they're coming back to Dallas. Meanwhile, the Dallas Cowboys just beat the Chiefs, so vibes are looking good in Dallas. I'm just surprised that Dallas is not a bigger favorite. Dallas has had a few choke-ups at home, but that was early in the season. We're moving into getting closer towards the quarter of the season, and Dallas are second in the West, at least in their conference. So this one is a tough one, but I am going to roll with the Utah Mammoth. I like their record on the road. Dallas being a bigger favorite probably would have kind of swayed me to jump on the puck line, but I think this is going to be a very, very close game. And in a close game, you guys know I like to have either the +1.5 or the plus money in my back pocket, but obviously the +1.5 being at -230, I think that kind of indicates that this game might just be that. It might just be a close game. And if it's an overtime game, oh, that's even better. That's even better. I like my chances with my plus money. So I'll take the Utah Mammoth to finish up our 3-pick NHL card. But even the rest of the card, guys, the rest of the card looks pretty damn tricky too. It really does. So just be careful. I think the books are going to screw a lot of people over today. And if you guys don't get screwed over, hey, congrats to you guys, because I find this card to be very damn tricky, especially with all the price action that we got going on. When we got prices like this, I think it makes it just that much tougher. Because when it's a big favorite, I can handle that. I can kind of move with it. But this makes it a lot trickier, because Dallas has stacked quite a few wins, and they're only -135. So, and you can argue it either way. Oh, I'm getting a good deal with Dallas. Oh, wait, they're trying to trick me. Why is Dallas only -135? Pick your angle, take your shot, guys. You can look at it one way or the other. Sometimes it's going to go in your favor. Sometimes it's not. It's just the way it is. And that's why I say that games like this is what it can make the NHL pretty damn tricky sometimes. So tread lightly. I'm rolling with the Utah Mammoth. Whether they get blown out or not, we're going to have to see. But they have been a pretty decent road team for most of the season. Just like Dallas is in solid form right now. So should be interesting. We'll see what happens. And hope you guys had Thanksgiving. Leave a comment below. Let me know what's your favorite pick of the day, whether I broke it down or whether I didn't.